thank TCSW again for this opportunity, for their continual partnership for our program for the Social Services Competency Program credential, and presenting the credential to our recipients on today. These young ladies have done a tremendous job, and they are so bright and cheerful and always smiling, and I just want to be thankful for interacting with them. They have exceeded our expectations for this year for the credential, as we have awarded 24 credentials this year, and again from agencies all across the state. We have agencies represented from Douglas Cherokee, South Central Resource Agency, Chattanooga Early Head Start Program, and Mid-Cumberland Program. And with the help of our field mentors, who have done also a tremendous job, who are Ms. Sherry Jo Anderson, who's a board member, Ms. Gloria Holliday, and my right hand, Ms. Amy Laird. We want to thank them this afternoon. And also Dr. Wright, who taught the class at Tennessee State University. Again, we're just so grateful. We're also grateful for Terry Lawson for all she helps us do and make sure that we get this done each and every year. So, not to take too long on the stage, we want to just call the ladies up and present them with their certificate on today. Our first one is Ms. Deborah Carney. Ms. Lisa Gonzalez. Our next one is Ms. Deborah Kirby. Ms. Victoria Hudson. Ms. Frances Head. Ms. Leanne George. Guillermina Marcos. Ms. Nicole Sellers. Ms. Linda Shipley. Ms. Teresa Swindle. Cherie Tudicini. Ms. Kimberly Burnley. Ms. Neva Elmore. Ms. Avery Costello. Ms. Jessica Cook. Ms. Jessica Todd. And Ms. Erin Miner. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. College of Social Work is delighted to be here this afternoon, and we really want to thank the TCSW Board and Terry Lawson for inviting us to present the Senator Douglas Henry Award at this luncheon. We're honored that Senator Henry is with us today. Welcome, Senator. And we'll hear from the Senator in a few moments. The University of Tennessee College of Social Work created the Senator Douglas Henry Award for Service to Children and Families at Risk in 2008. As many of you know, Senator Douglas Henry has been called the patron saint of children and social workers. That's because of his service to the children and families of Tennessee over all these many years. During his years in the state legislature, he sponsored numerous bills which affect the safety and well-being of children and families in the state of Tennessee. The award recognizes those individuals or agencies whose values exemplify the dedication and concerns of Senator Henry. Today, we're pleased to present this year's award to Jim and Pat Henry. Jim Henry, Commissioner of the Tennessee Department of Children's Services, and his wife, Pat, travel the state championing the cause of children and families at risk. They meet with children's services employees, service providers, sharing their experiences as parents of a child with disabilities. Jim Henry served as Commissioner of the Department of Intellectual and Developmental Disabilities before being appointed Commissioner of the Department of Children's Services. Prior to joining state government, he served as President and CEO of OmniVisions, Inc., a company serving adults and with developmental disabilities and children and families who are in crisis. A former Kingston mayor, he served 12 years as a state representative, and 6 of those years as the minority leader, advocating on behalf of children and individuals with developmental disabilities. Pat Henry, in addition to her roles as being a mother and wife, ran her own business for 40 years while constantly maintaining speaking engagements and campaign schedules. Pat's work now focuses on bringing a message of courage and hope to those who work in the front lines of the Department of Children's Services. If you have not had the opportunity yet to meet Pat Henry, I really suggest that you take advantage of this opportunity. She's a remarkable woman. Jim and Pat are true advocates for children and families. They work hard every day to make Tennessee a better, safer, and more compassionate place. We're proud to honor them with this year's award. And Jim and Pat, would you like to come forward? Jim would like to invite his staff to join him at the podium. So, Jim and Pat, would you like to say a few words?
You know, I'm very honored today to be here, and it's a special treat for me to be the designee of this award for Senator Henry. And you know, all the things that he's done over the years in the legislature, he's been a great role model for many legislators, and certainly one of mine. But he's not my cousin, but he probably is somehow, because all of us from Tennessee are kind of kin to each other in a way. But I just want to thank you. You know, we've been very fortunate in our lives to be able to do this and have a son that has absolutely remolded us into what we are today. And for the governor to ask me to be the first commissioner of intellectual and developmental disabilities was a huge, huge thing for me, and it's probably the highlight of my career. And my heart is still there. But John meant so much to us, and to help kids in special needs and also kids across the state that need a helping hand is just an honor for us. And at this time, I'd like to have Pat say a word or two. Having a great staff too is huge, and I truly say this: we could not do anything if it weren't for the staff supporting us. So we appreciate them.
When Jim first took all of this on, I was very concerned, but after I met the staff, that relieved me of my worries and fears, because Jim has a lot on him, not just in Nashville, but also at home. We have a situation that's a bit tough. I would like to tell you quickly about when Jim and I were 16 years old, and the staff's already heard all this, but we were stopped at the only traffic light there was in Kingston, and he said, "How would you like to be a politician's wife?" We were 16 years old. I say today, had I known what a politician was, I would have probably got out of the car and run. I just want to thank all of you for letting Jim and I be here today. I have never been honored before, so that's why it's extremely special to me. Jim came in one day and he said, "Patty, I now realize why God gave us John. John is our purpose for taking on what the governor had asked Jim to do." And our son passed away almost 2 years ago. And that's been a hard part in our life. But every place I have been, every agency I have been to, you can feel in the room their love for what they're doing and their concern for the children that they're working with, and you can feel it. And that's what, made me so thankful that I was given the opportunity to get to do that. Our son, he was pretty much our life, and he was a treasure, and before he passed away, he couldn't talk, but he typed out, "I am overloved." And we figure he really would like to have had an hour that he didn't have someone hanging around him. But I do thank you very much, and you're lucky today because normally I speak for about an hour. And so anyway, I thank you very much. I thank you, Senator Henry, for, all that you have done. And I was at church one day and I told them, I got up and they said, "Does anybody want to say anything?" And I said, if you know of a child that is being abused and you don't do something about it, you are just as guilty as the abuser. So anyway, thank you for letting me be here.
So, ladies and gentlemen, if you would please join me in congratulating Pat and Jim Henry on the Senator Douglas Henry Award. And now Senator Henry would like to say a few words.
Thank you, Dean. There's nothing TCSW could have asked me to do give me kind of pleasure to be here with Jim Henry. Yeah, I knew him when he was in the House, and he, of course, being the kind of man he is, he draws people to himself, and he was elected leader by his party, and he never struck me as a political fellow particularly, although he's very good at it. He always struck me as the kind of man you like to have on your side, and that's what he is now. He's on the children's side. Commissioner, I wish we were Ken. I bet we are. I wish we were Ken. It'd be a great honor. To TCSW, I'd like to say thank you for what you do. Taken all together, you're the single most useful, valuable, broad-gauge agency for social welfare in the state of Tennessee. Focus. Go to work, tell us what to do. Jim, thanks for everything. Matt.
Welcome, everyone. I'm going to present the Linda Christie and William F. Moynihan Lifetime Achievement Award to Carol Westlake. I've known Carol for 2 decades as a colleague in arms, as a member of the Tennessee Disability Coalition's Board of Directors, and as a friend. I don't have the award with me, but it's given to her for immeasurable contributions to the well-being of Tennesseans that will impact lives for generations. This is commensurate with the Carol I know. She is an indefatigable advocate for people with disabilities. She is compassionate and empathetic with individuals. She is thoughtful and convincing with policymakers. She is creative and dynamic as the executive director of the coalition. And she has a sense of humor. It's my great honor to present TCSW's Moynihan Lifetime Achievement Award to you, Carol, very early, because we know you have many more years of achievement ahead of you. Congratulations.
He does have it.
There it is. There it is.
Thank you. Thank you. I am really honored, especially because this is the Moynihan Award, and I knew both Bill and Linda. And when I came to Tennessee 32 years ago, good heavens, I was a graduate student, and I had a lot of passion and not necessarily a lot of sense, and some energy. And there are a lot of people in this room who helped channel that and who taught me a lot. And as you say, Senator Henry, TCSW is an amazing group with an amazing group of people who do more to take care of people in Tennessee and to build a sense of community in Tennessee than just about any other organization. And that is really to Linda and Bill's credit in many, many ways. It's to the credit of a lot of people in this room. I think every living awardee of this award is here today. And I will tell you that I stand on the shoulder of giants. All of them have taught me how to focus, how to keep up the good fight. I have had an amazing run with great people to work with. I also have fabulous, fabulous staff. The coalition is an alliance of more than 47 different disability groups, and the leaders of those groups and the volunteers are always there to put up a good fight. When I told my husband that I was getting a Lifetime Achievement Award, he said, "Oh, good, can you retire?" I was like, don't think so. I can't picture that because I enjoy working with all of you. Enjoy the work that we do together. Enjoy making Tennessee a better place to be. And for that, I thank all of you. Thanks.
I can say that's absolutely wonderful. She's someone that I've only known for a few years and instantly knew she was someone who could always help if she was in the room. She knows more about policy and people and why things work and why things don't work, and thank you very much. Some of the other award winners that she mentioned have been Linda Monahan, Senator Douglas Henry, Linda O'Neill, Tony Garr, and Phil Acord. And so thank you to them. They are absolutely just wonderful people to work with.